The Tape Never Lies Network.
The tape never lies.
Tape never lies.
Starts now.
Tape never lies.
The tape never lies.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Last Call on the Tape Never Lies Network. I'm Ivan Vargas. We got a special show for you tonight. We're going to do live reactions of the All-Star game. Going to be, it looks pretty badass right now. I know they had Jennifer Hudson singing God Bless America. I believe she's doing the national anthem as well. They just got the starting lineups coming out right now. Coming out of a mock Liberty Bell, and then they got the players signing I guess a faux Declaration of Independence or something like that. It's all right. It's pretty cool, for the 250th birthday of the United States in Philadelphia, the birthplace of pretty much everything. But, before we get started, before we get talking baseball, talking some basketball with the Bulls, and of course, if you guys got Bears questions, I'm here to answer them. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, become a patron today at www.thetapeneverlies.com. We will have breakdowns for you all season long. We're actually going to be extending the breakdowns to players that are, players that are still got a year out, players that are up and coming. And also we're going to try to get as many college breakdowns during the season as we can. So we're going to be expanding that a little bit, but also DDP has a couple more Bears draft picks to break down, so make sure you guys check that out. Best $10 you ever spend. Get all the breakdowns on our network. Become a patron today. All right, with that being said, riding solo today, Jose's got bowling. He could not shake it, which I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's got to be there. I guess you got to have two regular bowlers or something. I don't bowl. I watch. I enjoy watching. It's pretty fun, but I don't bowl, so I don't know the rules, regulations, and such like stuff like that. But what's up, Asher? What's up? How are you? Good to see you. Got definitely need to shape up on my bowling knowledge. Gotta crack down on that. But enough bowling. Let's go ahead and jump into what we came here to talk about. We're going to talk All-Star game. Like I said, they got the lineups coming out right now. Now they have the NL lineup coming. They got Juan Soto getting booed by the Philadelphia fans. Damn near everybody got booed by the Philadelphia fans, I feel like. They got a bunch of – it's weird. They got a bunch of red coats out there. I don't know what the deal is with the British being out there. What's going on? Oh, they got blue lapels. I guess is that us? Is that us? Or is that the British? Did we have red coats back then? I don't know. Anyway, it looks like it's all right. They're doing a good job with the whole ensemble and everything like that. Starting lineups are a little bit long now. They got all these guys running up there and signing this fake ass declaration. I'm sure that thing's gonna cost a pretty penny with all these signatures on it. But now you got James Woods coming out. Is that James? No, not James Woods. It's Abrams from the Washington Nationals. You got Muncy waiting on our Chicago guys. I know PCA. We got Mooney. We got Vargas and Peters, and the center fielder Peters for the White Sox. Lone Cub PCA, but to be honest with you, nobody else on that roster deserves a spot in the All-Star game. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but to me, the way that the Cubs have performed as a team, not talking individual stuff, because I believe, PCA's earned it. He had a little bit of a lull there and bounced back tremendously in this past month and a half. But, again, you talk about the Cubs, you would expect for them to have maybe 2-3 All-Stars out there, similar to the White Sox, but it's just not the case. Batting, hitting continues to be an issue with certain players. Pitching, of course, you all know about the injury bug and how that has affected the Cubs so far this season, and it's going to affect how they navigate through the rest of this year. Andy Pajes is now out. Starters for the game here, AL, you got Dylan Cease, former Cub, former White Sox. What else was he on? Was he on the Giants? He's been around a little bit. A solid pitcher. He's going to be starting for the AL. And then we got Christopher Sanchez, who's been tremendous this season, just killing it. You got him with a 1.19 WHIP, 2.62 ERA. He's already pitched 127 innings, 126 hits, 144 strikeouts, 25 walks, 12 home runs. But he's been dominant, and he had that stretch where I don't believe he gave up a earned run in over 50 innings. So for him, well deserved. Cease, I haven't been keeping up with Cease, but Cease is when he's healthy, he's dominant. When he's healthy, he can be dominant. So Dylan Cease and Christian Sanchez, right? Yeah, Christopher Sanchez, excuse me. Starting, you got the Philadelphia kid as well, and Sanchez pitching out there to his hometown crowd. Looks like they got the starting lineups up, and I guess we're going back to commercial for the national anthem. I'm actually happy that we get to hear Jennifer Hudson sing the God Bless America, and I believe she's singing the national anthem as well. Just a tremendous talent. She's every time she's out there singing it, and it's beautiful. It's she has a powerful voice. It's beautiful. She sang God Bless America just wonderfully. I won't have the anthem on, or maybe I will have the anthem on. I don't know if they'll ding us for the anthem. Maybe I'll put the anthem on. Hopefully you guys can hear enough of it. It won't be shown live. You'll just hear the audio, but I'll put the anthem on for for America. You know what I mean? For America. 250. But yeah, hopefully the Cubs and Sox show out today. You got 3 White Sox, so you're going to have more of a shot there. With PCA, in these games, they want to get guys in. They want to rotate. So maybe you see PCA for 2-3 innings. Maybe, hopefully he gets a hold of one. Maybe increases his chances for All-Star MVP. That would be badass. I would love to see PCA holding some hardware, hopefully after an NL victory as the MVP. That would be pretty badass, pretty motivating for a guy like him, and hopefully for the rest of the team, come the second half of the year. But again, we just had Bruce Levine have I don't know if it was he posted this tweet or what, but I guess he was texting Craig Counsell or what have you, and I guess I'll just read the post to you, and this is what he said, and this is Bruce Levine, I guess, in a private message that became not so private. He says, "You and the coaches have been the stars of the team, being 12 games over 500. Then came the line that turned heads. Then came the line that turned heads as part of it. Hope Twinkle D and Tweedledee and Tweedledum don't sell you guys out like the 2025. Enjoy the family time, pal." Man, scathing. Like that is Bruce Levine, just deep in the thick of Cubs info, of Cubs business, texting the manager exactly what I've been telling you for fucking years. Exactly what I've been telling you. Jed and Carter are a problem. They're a big problem. And you got it right here from the horse's mouth. You got Bruce Levine. If you know the Cubs, you watch the Cubs, you're a Cubs fan, you heard Bruce Levine. If you haven't heard of him, or if you haven't watched them or read his columns or anything like that, you've at least heard the name Bruce Levine. That to me, it's a bittersweet. It's a bittersweet feeling for me, because yes, I was right about how Jed and fucking whatever Carter does run this team, and certain decisions and certain moves and certain moves that aren't made. This is exactly how I feel. You got Tweedledee and Tweedledum up there not knowing what the fuck to do. Not knowing what to do. So, like right now, is this a rudderless ship? I mean, obviously, there's some praise for the coaching staff. There's some praise for Craig Counsell about being 12 games over 500. I still see certain issues with Craig Counsell. He's not off my shit list for certain things. But knowing how this Jed Hoyer era, and I guess you could throw Carter in there for fucking shits and gigs for whatever he does, has been a major disappointment. It's been this underwhelming, underachieving, no plan in sight. You're kind of just grasping at straws every year, hoping that you can sign a big free agent, bring in multiple arms. But it just seems to me that every time we get to these points, it doesn't seem like you get people that want to be here. It doesn't seem like you get the right guys. It always seems like you're, making up for a miss. You're just trying to compensate. And I'm sorry, the national anthems. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was into this Bruce Levine quote or tweet. But again, is that Patti LaBelle? I think it is Patti LaBelle. Is she singing it? Let's see. Hold on one second, guys. I'm pretty sure I know my R&B artist, but we'll see. Anyway, but no, again, go back to Jed and whoever Carter Hawkins is. How many times have you thought in the past few years, okay, the Cubs, if they could go into the deadline and find an arm, they could go find an extra bat, they could go find a middle relief guy or a setup man or something like that, they can make a run. And how many times have you been told a line of bullshit? Oh, well, it's the market's not there or whatever excuse they make. It's just an excuse every single time. And every single time when they have these makeup moves, you're disappointed. The team underachieves. You get to a wild card or you get to a division and you have no firepower. You're outgunned, you're outmanned, and you're just trying to pray that duct tape and fucking floss hold this thing together. That's not what we need. Like I feel like Jed he has the right words to say to the ownership, to the media, just enough to get you guys off his ass so he can go ahead and sit back down on it. Jed Hoyer, to me, he's a guy, he just needs to go. It's time. You have 10 years since the World Series, since you had Theo leave. Right, he left like about a year after there or something like that. Once Theo, you had almost 10 years, but almost 10 years, I guess, since Theo left. But regardless of that, you've had enough time to have a team with big time arms, not the whole pitching staff, but at least a couple guys with big time arms, at least a couple veterans. You had plenty of time to draft arms, but have not in a significant way. You got guys that you draft and you're like, oh man, we're really high on this guy. And then like a year and a half later, the fucking guy's in single A still, or he's sent back down, or you're trading him, or he doesn't ever get a shot. That's how they've operated, especially the pitching. I feel like the pitching has been the most neglected part of this team. Yeah, they signing free agents. You got a guy like Palencia coming up. You found a couple guys like a Ray or a Boyd or even a Pomerantz. Those guys should be If not back of the rotation guys, those guys should be bullpen arms helping you out. Not a part of your rotation. Maybe Boyd, fourth, fifth guy in a good rotation, right? Colin Ray definitely could be a spot starter. He's doing a great job already as a starter. But you look at the pitching as a whole, and it's like these pieces don't really fit, right? You're trying to make things work, knowing that you're under the gun. And even with that being said, even knowing that you're under the gun, you don't get anything done. You don't achieve much. You signed two big bats, Kyle Tucker. You traded for Kyle Tucker. You got rid of a young prospect in Cam Smith for a guy who he's not on your team. He was underwhelming on your team, and he's underwhelming on the world champion Dodgers. And then you get a guy like Alex Bregman. And I'm not saying these moves piss me off, but his moves have not worked out. Bregman is the latest case. Hopefully he turns it around. I want him to turn it around. I like Alex Bregman. I want him to be here, but I want him to be here contributing. But as of right now, this is another Jed failure. The decision, I understand it's the player's job to perform, but the decisions that you make as a GM you need to be held accountable for. The mistakes, the underachieving, the big names that don't flourish, those things fall on you as a GM, or excuse me, as a team president, because I guess Carter's the GM, whatever BS situation they got up there, that's exactly what it is, BS. Enough's enough with Jed Hoyer and Carter Hawkins. This is if this team doesn't turn this thing around, I don't see them. I really don't see them being fired after the season. But I'll tell you this: the seat will be scalding going into next year. And if it were me, he'd be gone. If they don't reach the playoffs, if they're bounced quick, he's gone. He's gone. $60 million on a manager. I mean, and you're still in the same fucking spot you were 2-3 years ago. Maybe a little better. Maybe you're performing a little bit better, but I feel like you're in the same damn spot, just spinning your tires, trying to make things work. I know the injury bug sucks, but still, your decisions, your lack of drafting pitching prospects, your lack of developing any guy outside of a Horton Steele, maybe. I like how Tommy handles the pitchers. I think Ben Brown might turn into a starter, but it's like at this point, you're just hoping and praying. You're hoping and praying so they could salvage the season, maybe make a run. I just don't see it. I don't see it. I've watched too much of this to sit here and lie to you and say, hey, this thing could all turn around and all the Cubs are going to get hot and all the pitching is going to come together. We're going to find a guy, we're going to find a free agent. We're going to pick up a guy from another team. That's a lot, man. That's a lot to ask. A lot to ask when the guys like your number 2 hitter are going 0 for 4 constantly. Guys aren't hitting with runners in scoring position in critical moments, not in the 3rd inning, and you're hitting a double to the gap to go up 2-0. I'm talking about in the 7th, 8th inning when we're down 1 and we got runners on 2nd and 1st, and we need a single. We need a double. We need something. You don't produce. That's all that to me falls on Jed Hoyer. Your team, your decisions, your mess. So again, hopefully, like I said, I hope this thing turns around. I hate being a Debbie Downer about the Cubs, but I'm just we're going to give it to you real. That's how we do at the Tape Never Lies. We're not going to fucking sit here and blow smoke up your ass. And these guys being, the Cubbies and yeah, we love the Cubbies. No. the lovable losers are back. The lovable losers are back. And the key word there is loser. I don't care how much I love you. You're losing. That time was supposed to be gone. And it just seems like it's lingering around and lingering around with the guys that are running this show. Well, it looks like we're going to get started here. Oh, man, I got a soccer. I guess there's a big upset. A little soccer here before we go back to baseball. Got a big upset. Spain over France 2-0 today. I was at work, so I didn't get to see it, but I guess it's a big deal. So congratulations to them. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and soon here, soccer. This 4-year fever will come to an end, and we can all go back to your regularly scheduled programs. Go Bears, baby. But yeah, enough with the Cubs. Let's talk White Sox, a little bit more positive. Definitely, having 3 All-Stars after the past couple of years, it's a huge, huge jump for them. You come in as you end up being one of the worst teams a couple years ago ever. No, I was literally the worst team ever. Luckily somebody had bailed them. What was it? The Rockies that bailed them out last year or something like that. So they're no longer the worst team, the second worst team, but that team was the worst team at the moment. And, you kind of saw no light at the end of the tunnel. There was nothing on the horizon. You were just kind of like, what the fuck is this team going to do? Are they going to be this bad forever? And it kind of felt that way. Watching them, looking at the farm system, looking at what they had as far as pitching, as far as hitting, it was really rough. But in comes Chris Getz. In comes this, new approach, this younger approach. In comes a new young manager. And, to be honest with you, everything's clicking. It's hard to really, I guess, find something there. I mean, we can definitely find something negative or something that they definitely need to work on or get corrected. But as of right now, like me and, Jose and I were saying, this is just an A+ as far as right now is concerned. This has been an A+ start for the Chicago White Sox. Looking at their schedule moving forward, they got the Blue Jays. They're at the Blue Jays. They're on a little bit of a road trip at the Blue Jays, at the Rangers for the next 2 series after the break. They come back home for the Astros, and they come back home for 4 games with the New York Yankees. So they got a bit of a stretch here. Boston again, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Detroit. Got the Cubs. You got that game with Atlanta that they got to make up. So it's not going to get easier for the White Sox coming out of the break. So with that being said, they being a young team, don't try to win the World Series every game going into the break, right? Just keep doing what you're doing. Steady approach. Keep having good at-bats. Hopefully this pitching staff stays strong, and hopefully they add more to it. I feel like a guy like Aroldis Chapman would be huge for them. Looking at the Mets, Peralta, so you can go ahead and vulture scavenge some guys off of some rosters here, because I think a lot of these teams that are at the bottom underachieving with a lot of big names are going to fire sale sooner or later. They have to. You can't hold on to that big of a payroll without production. It's insanity. It doesn't make any sense. And I feel like that's the route that they're going to go, some of these teams that are at the bottom of the barrel here. But, as far as right now, getting Mooney back, Mooney being an all-star, you got the emergence of Antonacci, you got, a bunch of other guys emerging. You got Tristan Peters, hell of a story. Braden Montgomery, the rookie coming up, has been nothing short of fantastic for them. So a lot to be looking forward to in this second half with the Chicago White Sox. We got one more, you got that Wrigley series, so we're definitely going to be live at Output. Hopefully we're at Output Wrigley So if anybody wants to go check us out for that next Cubs-Sox series, we will be out and about, Jose and I, have some drinks, some shots, taking pictures, kissing baby, whatever we do. You know what I'm saying? We're men of the people. So we'll be out there. Make sure you guys check us out. We'll give you more updates as we keep going. But yeah, Dylan Cease. It looks like it's the American League because we're in Philadelphia, right? The American League will start at the plate, and we'll have the National League out in the field. I'll try to do this and get all the Chicago guys at least call their at bats. Hopefully, it was not taking forever. You got that. Still got an intro. It's kind of crazy. We still haven't thrown out the first pitch. This thing was supposed to start at 7. It is now 7:30. Maybe that's when I should have started the show. But well, here we go. You got Christopher Sanchez coming to the mound. So we're about to get underway here at the 2026 MLB All-Star Game in Philadelphia. Again, I think both teams have a shot. I just think the White Sox have more of a shot than a realistic shot than the Chicago Cubs to not only get to the playoffs, but make a little noise in the playoffs. I think that's kind of what it is right now. I could wish, but it's not there for the Cubbies just yet. So hopefully they change. Let's go ahead and bounce over real quick before we get started here because we're still doing interviews and still haven't started the game. Let's talk about last night's tough loss for the Chicago Bulls. You had an 80-63 loss in the Summer League to the Utah Jazz. Rough goings for our guys, Caleb, Dylan Swain. It was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal to watch. A lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes. Look, just counting them up right now, you had 24 turnovers. 24 turnovers is not good. It's not good at all. You had 0 for 6 was Caleb Wilson from the free throw line. 3 of 8 from three-point range, okay, and then 8 of 17 from the field. 19 points, 29 minutes. Dylan Swain, 4 points, 30 minutes. 0 for 9 from the field. 0 for 2 from three-point range. Made 2 free throws. But yeah, 9 rebounds for him. He had 8 for Wilson. Just not enough. 3 turnovers. They're look at the plus minuses. Swain minus 17 and Wilson minus 14. Those are no bueno, guys. It's not good numbers. And, they're young. They're young. These things are supposed to happen here in the Summer League. But what I do appreciate is that Tiago Splitter is the guy coaching them. He's out there in meaningless games out in Las Vegas. Well, yeah, I guess you could take that as a plus or however you want to take it. But, right there with these young guys. And I love that because it starts at the foundation. And if these young guys are going to be your foundation moving forward, you should be involved. And yeah, a Tiago Splitter being involved, calling guys out, holding guys accountable. It's something that has been sorely needed here in this Bulls organization for a long time. Just thinking about, how Tibbs ran things, obviously there was accountability there. You say what you want about how, the practices and how, intense or whatnot. You could say all you want. But as far as accountability, there was structure there when Tibbs was here. There has been no structure since. There was no structure once Phil left. There was no structure once Tibbs left. It's like that. With Tiago, I feel like that philosophy, that, accountability type approach will work, especially with these younger guys, especially with a guy like Caleb Wilson. He's already saying good. That press conference. We lost. Someone's gonna break my record. Someone's gonna break that record. It's meant to be broken. We lost. He's here to win. And hearing that, it's like, yeah, man, I want to hear. I want to hear that from my rookie. Now, am I gonna jump on him for having a bad game? Well, that's where the accountability comes from. Like, am I gonna? I'm not gonna, motherfuck him up and down. But when it comes to turnovers, some of the missed field goals, some of the lapses defensively, yeah, you got to hold guys accountable. And I think that's what Thiago is doing, being there, being present, watching it as rough as it was, watching it, analyzing, critiquing, and trying to figure out who's going to be on this ball club, who's going to be on this team, who's going to be, off the bench, or who's going to help start. Hopefully Caleb's a part of that starting part, but regardless of that, his eyes are on it. He's involved. He's that maniacal type of coach, I feel, that Phil was wishing for and got with a guy like Ben Johnson. I think that is a head coach that is willing to get his hands dirty, be where you really don't want to be in a summer league game. It's impressive. So far, it's been impressive. The communication to the fans, to the media. You got Yordan Alvarez. Looks like he got on with a single. You got one out. Yordan Alvarez, yeah, rips a single. Looks like through the middle of the infield there. One on, one out. And you got Langoliers from the A's, number 23 at the plate. But back to the Bulls. I'm excited still. Like I'm 100% excited. Like I'm not going to get down on any of these guys really for having. Excuse me, I got these like yawns. It's probably the heat for having a bad game. As of right now, it's like it is what it is. You're 2 games in. You got to have some corrections. So as long as you're seeing mistakes fixed, I'm okay with that. I don't need them to win the fucking summer league. I really don't. I know you don't care about it either. So it's like, I would love to fast forward, but I just want to keep watching this summer league. I don't know why. It's very interesting to me just watching this Bulls team this year, knowing that some of these guys are going to be a part of what comes next. In particular, Caleb, in particular, Shayne. Oh, man. Was I on mute the whole time? Jeez. What the hell happened there? Well, like I said, like I was saying, you got a guy like a Caleb Wilson, wants to be good, will embrace this type of philosophy with Tiago. I think that, you saw the talent, you saw what he can become. I feel with the challenge, with somebody on his ass, and with himself holding himself accountable, I think this kid could be special for us. Like I said, the Bulls, I could see being a team that makes or starts really showing some signs of growth after Christmas sometime, hopefully, maybe sooner, hopefully sooner. But again, yeah, it's going to be a fun Bulls season. I feel like, just hoping and watching Caleb grow, watching this team grow with Tiago. Hopefully we got some basketball minds in there now that know what the fuck they're doing. But again, I got 2 outs here in the top of the first. Man on second and third. Langoliers and Alvarez. You got Bobby Witt Jr. up. You had a play where Caminero, like, right back to the pitcher, and Sanchez made a throw that took Freeman off the bag. And as Freeman tried to get back, it just looked really awkward. It was, to me, it was a little scary if you're a Dodger fan watching that. A little bit scary. But he got back. They got the out. There's 2 outs. You got Bellinger on deck. Bobby Witt Jr. at the plate. Full count here for Christian Sanchez. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the first. There's a pitch, and it's a ball 4. Bobby Witt Jr. walks. Bases are juice, and here comes Cody Bellinger of the New York Yankees. Cody's had a resurgence. He's an all-star this year. Seems to be doing well with New York. 254, 11 homers so far this season. Got a meeting at the mound real quick. But yeah, looking at Schwarber in the cage getting ready. Yeah, and looking at yesterday's home run derby. First of all, good for MLB for switching the format. Because I believe that format is the way to go. You had drama, you had pressure, you had dingers, you had all the stars, and the fans were into it. The fans were into it. When you get down to a certain amount of swings and you have to reach a certain amount of home runs, it gets pretty tight. Every pitch, every out you make, the fans were into it. They were cheering. They were either moaning and groaning or cheering. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed this year's home run derby. It didn't take forever. There wasn't a million timeouts. There wasn't 20 golden balls or whatever the hell that they were doing. No, it was pretty quick, to the point. And congratulations to Jordan Walker for being the first Cardinal to win the home run derby in surprising fashion, coming back late at the buzzer against Kyle Schwarber, the hometown favorite. My favorite. Fucking Jed. Let's not get started back on Jed. But, beats Kyle Schwarber. It was a fun time. I was watching with Jose. Back up the middle for Bellinger. That's going to score. Alvarez. Throw to the plate, and Langoliers scores as well. It is 2-0 AL over the NL. Top of the first. Man on first and third now. 2 outs still. But the AL is on the board. And the hometown guy, Christian Sanchez, giving up some runs here. Giving up some runs, some walks. Hard hit back through the middle. Cody just stood right on that thing. Almost took out Sanchez's leg. That was fucking smoke, to be honest with you. Right on the money. We got Ben Rice coming up, another Yankee. See what he does. Sanchez throwing 97s, that mile-an-hour sinker for a strike. Ben Rice didn't have a good home run derby. I'll say that, though. He looked like he was struggling there. Another ball up the middle, staying right on it, and another run will score. Bobby Witt Jr. It is now 3-0 AL. Yankees on second and first. Sanchez already at 30 pitches. You might want to think about going and getting him here soon. Little rough inning for Sanchez in the NL right now. He seems like he wants to go, but there's already a guy up in the bullpen, O'Brien for the Cardinals, right-handed pitcher. Rough for the NL, rough for Sanchez. These guys are just hitting the ball like back to back, right up the middle, right back at you for the two Yankees. And we got, let's see, from Detroit, we got Riley Green at the plate, lefty. Got pop. Can really put a crooked number up there if he gets one. Swinging first pitch. Fouled it off. 96-mile-an-hour sinker. Green batting .288, 13 home runs, 45 RBI, 842 OPS for the Detroit Tigers. I think the Tigers might make a run too in this second half. I think they might make a little mini run. I don't know if they could overcome the Guardians and the Sox, but I mean they still got it in them. I think they could figure out a few things out, maybe make a little run here. But we'll see. We got a 1-2 count now, 2 outs. First and second. Sanchez delivers. Strike 3. Got Riley Green swinging. So the NL escapes, but the damage is done. It is 3-0 AL. You got Dylan Cease coming to the mound when they come back. Man, hopefully we get to see some of these Chicago guys here soon. Maybe get one at bat through, or let's see, we got Pages in center, which I guess 270, 17, 66. Yeah, all right. Andy Pages. He's been solid. But where is PCA? I want to see PCA out there. I mean, if he's playing better, I wouldn't take it away from Pages, but if it's close, I want to know who made that decision about not starting PCA. Yeah, it's going to be a couple innings, so we'll see how far we get here. I know it is fucking hot. Like I did not expect it to be this hot today, but it is. So we'll get as far as we can with this All-Star game. I want to get at least the Sox and the Cub in there. But it usually takes about a couple innings. They typically give like the newer guys their at-bats, and then I think they kind of rotate. Or they give the veterans their at-bats, and then they kind of rotate in off the bench from there. Hopefully they move quickly, and we get this we get the Chicago connection going. You got 3 Sox. It'll be awesome if they put all 3 of them out on the field at the same time. You'd have Mooney, Vargas, and Peters, first, second, and third. First, second, and third. Something like, I would like that. Just have them all out there on the field at once. Have them all get their at-bats. Let me call them. And then we can wrap. I just want to see. I really just want to see the Chicago guys. That's really what I want to see. We got Schwarber, Soto, Freeman, Abrams, Muncy, Albies, Marsh, Pages, and Drake Baldwin, the catcher, is the starting lineup for the National League. Dylan Cease will be on the mound for the AL out of Toronto. Man, you know what? The Cubs need a guy like this. The Cubs need a guy just like this. You know? A guy that can pitch his ass off, a guy that has tremendous stuff. Oh, they could also use a big left-handed batter. Man, how did they get these two guys? I fucking wonder. Fucking Jed. We got 0-1 on Schwarber, 0-2 on Schwarber. He's coming with a Heat 97 four-seamer right down the pipe. Cease is challenging him right now. See if Schwarber could get a hold of one. 32 home runs so far for Kyle Schwarber. Another fastball high. Fouled off. 0-2. Bottom first, AL3, NL nothing. Rough go for Christopher Sanchez. And that's a ball on the knuckle curve, 1-2. You know, $10 million kept Kyle Schwarber away from being a Cub. I just wanted you guys to know that. You know who made the decision on it? I'll let you guess. And Schwarber pops up, but it's going to get out of play. Still 1-2. Cease is throwing 5 pitches so far. No outs. Bottom one. You got a 6-4 record, 2.56 ERA, 148 strikeouts, 113 whip. 148 strikeouts are the most in the AL. Man, a guy who could strike out people. The Cubs need a guy like that. Damn, man. Where can we get a Dylan Cease? That looks hot as hell over there, too. Here we go. 2-2 count. Pitch. Strike 3. And Cease has gotten Kyle Schwarber for the first out of the bottom of the first. It's a breaking pitch. Schwarber just swings right over the top of it. Fooled him with the change. Threw it in that happy zone for lefties, that low and in, but just drops right out on him. We got Juan Soto up. 290, 21 homers, 51 RBI. And Cease is looking good. Knuckle curve in there for a strike. 8 pitches so far. Got 1 out. And I can't wait for next year's All-Star game at Wrigley. I might be camping out at Wrigley the entire weekend. You'll just see me. I think I got a cot here somewhere. Buy a tent. Set up shop. I know we'll be out there for the home run derby for sure. And probably pretty much and the batting practice. If they have batting practice, whenever they got batting practice, I'll be down there too. Just trying to catch me some dingers. I'll be interested to see who's going to be. PCA's got to be in it. He's got to be in. Another strikeout. Dylan Cease, 98 four-seamer outside. Gets Juan Soto. Got Schwarber. Got Soto. I think the AL strikeout leader is trying to go for the side piece here. Trying to go for the hat trick and strike out the side. Got Freddie Freeman up. Strike 1. Change up. They're just swinging right through this. Dylan Cease is on fire right now. Freddie Freeman batting 290. Here's another pitch. Fouled off. Looked like a fastball inside. Looked like a two-seamer. But I don't think I caught the pitch. I think you're going knuckle curve. No, fastball again. Freeman fights it off. It's 0-2, 2 outs, bottom of the first. Ceases at 14 pitches so far. And the 0-2 pitch. No, slider. Slider in the dirt. Freeman doesn't offer 1-2 count on Freeman. But back to Wrigley, yeah, again, I want to make it a party. It's going to be a party. You know, it's you haven't had it since what, 90? 90 was the last time? Was it? Yeah, 1990. You had Sandberg in there, you know. Was the Hawk? It was Dawson in there? I'm sure the Hawk was there too. I was 1. Freeman battling with Cease here. 2-2 count now. Fouls another pitch off. Cease at 17 pitches. Freeman trying to work something out. Cease has been hot to start, though. Here's a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. Is it staying fair? It is not staying fair. It is a foul ball. And we'll try it again. Here we go, 2-2. Here's a pitch. Ooh, it's a ball. It's a ball. 98-mile-an-hour sinker from Dylan Cease. Yeah, that stood in. That stood in. Oh, when he loses him, Cease loses him with a curveball that got away. So no striking out the side for Cease. He's got a man on first, 2 outs. You got C.J. Abrams from the Washington Nationals coming up to the plate, shortstop. He's the second NL shortstop to bat cleanup since Ernie Banks. He offered. I think he offered. No swing. 1-0 count. Abrams a wiry kid. Skinny, but still got some pop. Cease is looking these past few pitches, Cease has not found the zone. Did a curveball go real high, and then the last 2 pitches he's missed. This last one was pretty bad, but see if he finds his way. 2-0, and it's a foul ball. It's crazy. It bounced right back up to Langoliers. He caught it with his bare hand. But foul ball. 2-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom 1. Man on first. Here's the 2-1. Abrams, he's fouled it off. It will not stay in play. Well, it came back into play. And we'll do it again. 2-2 count, 2 outs for Dylan Cease. CJ Abrams betting $275 for the Nationals. Here we go. 2-2. Oh, Cease steps off. Get ready to set up again. I want to see somebody get a hold of one. Like I want to see a game tying homer or something. Bring some drama into this. Strike 3. Cease got him with the breaking pitch. And he does strike out the side, I guess. But no hits, 1 walk, 3-0 AL. We'll see if this next inning we get any of the boys in. Trying to give you guys that call on each one of the Chicago guys at bats. But, looking at the Cubs schedule moving forward, let's see. We got the Twins, the Tigers, the Pirates, the Cardinals. Is this the Sox schedule? It's like damn near the fucking same. The Cardinals, the Yankees, the Dodgers. You got that makeup with the Blue Jays. You're at KC, at Washington. Then you got in middle of August, St. Louis, the Sox again. You're in Seattle. You're in Arizona. In Miami, which is not going to be a cakewalk. And then actually in between those Miami series, or in those sandwich in between the Milwaukee series is that Miami series. So it's like that one, you have 10 games that are basically playoff games in a row, starting August 31st, going into September. You'll have the Braves, you have the Marlins twice. You close the season out with the Red Sox. Something's going to have to click for this team. Jed and Carter, do something. But yeah, again, as long as they find, if they find a few guys, like they're not big time names, whatever. I'm still looking forward to next season. But it's not to say that those guys won't stick around and help next year. I just need to know that the contracts are good and that this is a player that's going to contribute for a few years and not just a year or, half the season. I gotta see some consistency there before you make some certain moves. But I really would love to see this Cubs team add two bullpen guys and like one other starter. I don't think you're going to get anything of significance like 2 or 3 star. I don't think you're going to pull that off. I don't think Jed's a good enough GM, and I don't think Carter does anything in order to woo players to Chicago at this point. I think players see what I've seen, players seen what, a lot of you have seen. They underachieve and they don't have the balls to make the moves that would put them over the top. And I'm talking about in season. A couple years ago, you should have fire sailed. A few years ago, you should have fire sailed. They did not. And it's kind of like, maybe we should have gotten rid of certain guys. Maybe we should have pulled the trigger and brought in some new younger talent. But it's not only the free agents, it's the drafting. We're talking about it on Monday, Jose, JC, and I on True Chicago Sports Fans. This year they drafted all but 2 pitchers. All but 2 draft choices were 2 bats. Everybody else is a pitcher. And that's just like too little, too late. Are one of those guys going to turn it around and just be in the ball club next season? I don't think so. It could happen, but I don't believe it. Why wasn't that the approach 2 years after the World Series, when you knew you did not have arms, when you were praying that your old guys would just hold on one last time? Why didn't you do that then? A complete focus on pitching, young pitching, through the draft, You could find bats, backup bats and rotation guys in free agency. Why wouldn't it be, let's go ahead and build a dynamic farm system, centered on pitching. Velocity. Guys that throw heat. Guys that can strike people out. Like a Dylan Cease. And let's not trade those guys away for mediocre pitchers. You know what I mean? Mediocre talent. Let's not do that. Let's not do that this time. Oh, man, we got 2 outs already for the AL. I was over here talking. Jordan's back up again, but Jordan will be out. A fly out to left. That's it for the top of the second. NL will be coming back up to the plate. Wonder who will be coming up. I know they're probably going to go through the lineup once, but if Cease is going to be striking guys out, you're going to have to make some moves quickly here. Guys are going to be playing half innings coming soon. But as we're on commercial break, looking at the box score so far, Jordan's the only one with a hit. Or excuse me, Jordan, Bellinger, and Rice are the only ones with hits. Caminero 0 for 1. Witt Jr. walked. Langoliers walked. Let's see. Looks like Cease is done. I think they're going with Parker Messick of the Cleveland Guardians. So Cease, it looks like his night is done. He went 1 inning, 1 walk, 3 Ks, no earned runs. Sanchez, on the other hand, 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks, and a 27.0 ERA. Rough. Let's see, Asher with the question. Is PCA the second or best player in Chicago sports? PCA is number 2. I'll let you guess who number 1 is. But PCA, I believe, is definitely number 2. As of right now. I think you could I think 2 White Sox can be that. I think Mooney, I think Colson Montgomery. But I think right now, for sure, I think it's PCA number 2. I think I'm going to go Colson Montgomery number 3. Caleb Wilson. Connor Bedard. Cairo Santos number 1. No, he's number 8. But, he's number 1 in our hearts when he makes these field goals. You know what I mean? Cairo Santos kicking field goals against the Packers, I could watch all day. What about Joe Thuney? Joe Thuney is one of the best linemen in the league. I think, all the sports are being, talked about. I think that's how you do it. It's Caleb, PCA, Colson Montgomery, Caleb Wilson, Connor Bedard. Top 10? Yeah, sure. Top 10. But then you got to, like I said, I would have to include Joe Thuney. All right, let's say Joe Thuney's 6, right? Get all the sports teams in there. Joe Thuney's 6, 7. 7, I would say Colston Loveland. 8, Josh Giddey. 9, Spencer Knight. And 10, Murataka Murakami. Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I think that's good. What do you guys think? Am I off? Is there other guys should be on there? You hate it or you love it? Yep, looks like we have 2 outs already. Yeah, he's moving quick. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Marsh is up. We got a 1-1 count. Now it's a 2-1 count. Marsh hacking at worm killers here. Let's see. Looks like a foul ball. Muncy fouled out to third, and Albies grounded out to the shortstop. Those are our 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second, Marsh batting 301. Got the 3-2 pitch, and Marsh fouls it off and stays alive. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of lists, a lot of breakdowns, a lot of how do I say it? A lot of reaching for content. Ooh, punches him out, top of the zone, fastball, freezes Marsh for strike 3, and that is it for the NL. In the bottom of the second, we go to the top of the third for the AL. Let's see if we could find a White Sox. Give me a White Sox. .30 for the Sox. Let me see if I could pull. No, it won't let me. Oh, never mind. Never mind. All right, 3-0 NL. Top of the third is about to get underway. You got, where was the scoring? Here we go. You had Bellinger singling to center. Alvarez scored. Langoleo scored. Witt Jr. to third. Alvarez and Langoliers, I believe, got the hits in that inning. Bobby Witt Jr. walked. But Bellinger and Rice singled up the middle to clear the bases. So the Yankees doing some damage here to get started. I hope they go back to back I hope they do that with the Sox too. Just have them go back to back to back. You got 3 White Sox. You got 2 Yankee guys. You're gonna fucking do it for the Yankees only? It's a special privilege. George is gone, man. Let's see. Williams reposted CJ Stroud saying the Bears would be. Yeah, I saw that. And you know what? To be honest with you, Caleb. An elephant doesn't forget. That's how I'm going to say it. An elephant, he doesn't forget that shit, dog. That is fuel to the fire. That's Jordan-esque. I took it personally, zone. And do I care about him reposting a tweet? Not really, because I'd rather you just go out and blow out the Texans the next time you see him. put up 300 yards, something like that. A few touchdowns, embarrass somebody out there on the field. That's what I would want you to do instead of retweeting it. But I understand. This guy was trying to talk about you one way, and I know he was just backing up Justin, being the Ohio State guys or whatever, but then tries to like sun you out on the field. And I at first I didn't think it was a bad thing necessarily, but that's because I didn't know that I forgot the background. I forgot that he was a Justin guy, mainly because Justin's his boy, not because Justin's a quarterback at all, but because Justin's his boy. And the Chicago Bears definitely made the right decision, seeing as Justin Fields is on his fourth team now, fifth team. If you can't start at 4-2, you probably can't start. So yeah, I'm not surprised Caleb took that personally. You just got the job. You just got here. You just got drafted. And then you say, the first thing you say is the Bears always get it wrong. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. And not to mention, the Bears should have fucking won that game against Houston. Oh, Caminero hit. You get hit in the wrist. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. Oh, no, that ain't good. That ain't good. And maybe he's all right. Maybe he's just see where it hit. Oh, he might have a broken finger. I'm not going to lie to you. That hit off the pinky, off the knob. Oh, it looks bad. Junior Caminero is going to be out of this ball game. They have to put somebody in to finish the at bat. But I think he might have broken that pinky. I think that pinky broke. They'll put Vargas as the pinch runner. So Vargas is in finally. Bobby Witt Jr. is up. First and second, no outs. Witt Jr. walked in his first at bat. This is a guy that can really, really do some damage here. And I'm talking about everywhere, all fields. Sprays. Get hit for a little power too. Did he swing? Well, they say no swing. 2-1. 2-1, no out. First and second. You really need a ground ball here. And they get the ground ball. 1, 2. Muncy to Freeman. And a man on second. Did they not get Witt Jr.? Are they calling him safe? I guess he didn't get. I guess he's safe. He is fast as shit, though. I got, that's. Look at that again. Let's see it again. He's out. That's an out. Are we not reviewing? Oh, wait, replay review. Here we go. It looked like that ball hit the back of the glove before the foot touched the bag. We'll see what happens here. Waiting on the challenge. Here we go. They're showing it again. That's an out. That's an out. Right there. That's an out. That's in the glove. That's an out. As we wait for the ruling. Luckily, Freeman's long as shit. He probably wouldn't have came up with that. Oh, thank you for the stats, Shane. Since week 2 matchup between Chicago and Houston in 24, Caleb has 7,080 yards, 47 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Stroud, 6,770 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 20 interceptions. So being outplayed a little bit by Caleb, right? Being outplayed. I do like CJ as a quarterback, but sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up. You don't want to wake up the sleeping giant, man. You don't want to wake up the sleeping bear. And this replay has been taking way too fucking long. Way too long. Make the call. Safe or out. Like at this point, I don't give a shit. It's an out, man. It's an out. I don't know how else to explain it. It's an out. What's worse? I think Jed, because he's been here longer. He's been here longer. He's had plenty more mistakes. I think Jed. Even though Ryan, has his flaws for sure. I think if you want to say which one's worse, I truly believe it's Jed Hoyer. I think he's a guy that probably needs to go here sooner rather than later. Two outs now. Man on second and third. Just want to see a Sox and a Cubs at bat to call for you guys because I'm sweating balls here. And I need another beer. All right, who we got? Fucking Ben Rice again? Oh. How many at bats are they giving these guys? There's a strike, good pitch. 1-1 to Rice. He hit that RBI single in the first right after Cody Bellinger hit his 2 RBI single. Strike 3. Oh, no, strike 2, excuse me. 1-2 count. Again, for those of you who didn't see, Junior Caminero was hit by a pitch. It did hit his pinky off the barrel, off the knob, I mean. And to be honest with you, it was not good. He ran right to the clubhouse. To me, I think the pinky might be broke. I think that pinky might be broke. The way that the ball hit it, where the pinky was on the knob, it just did not look good, and he knew it wasn't good right away. He just, I mean, other than the initial boom shock, I think he was in pain even well thereafter. So he definitely took off to the clubhouse, get that shit x-rayed. Definitely won't be seeing him again tonight. I wouldn't be shocked if they sent him back to Tampa right now. Right now. Send him to Tampa Bay. Go see your team doctor. Go get x-rays, all that shit. I mean, they'll take care of him here, but yeah, I would be like, all right, get on the next plane. Get your ass back to Tampa so we can evaluate you. It just sucks. Really good player. Man, just a little disappointing yesterday, at least in that second round for the home run derby. But still, all around, other than the derby, a great ball player. Unfortunate what happened here. I just you just wish them the best, man. It sucks because you need you need your hands, man. You need your hands to do what he does. Uh, yeah, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. Hopefully it's not that serious. Hopefully I'm wrong and it's not a break. And Junior Caminero is good to go for this second half. So it was a pitch inside by the Cardinals' O'Brien that went a little high. Junior backed off, but the ball clipped. If I got a bat around here. The ball clipped off the pinky like right here as he went and pulled back. The ball caught the pinky right here, like at the above the knuckle, and the pinky just it looked like it went everywhere. It looked like one of those door stoppers, like that's how it looked. It did not look good. So Caminero is out for I guess the remainder of the game. I would think it's safe to assume that you won't see him again until the next time the Rays play, and hopefully he's right there with him. Yeah. Dylan Swain did miss the last 15 shots in a row. Good thing we were talking Bulls like an hour ago, Shane. But Michael Walker on for the AL now. And we got Andy Pages and not Pete Crow Armstrong. I don't even think we got through the NL fucking lineup yet. Did we do that? No, I don't think we got through the NL lineup. Where's the box? This is the box. Yeah, no, it's Pages and Baldwin. So hopefully by the fourth inning, we could see, the Cubs, the White Sox, and our lone Cub actually get on the field. 1-2 count from Walker in the dirt. No outs right now. 3-0 AL over the NL. And it was 2 RBI singles up the middle from the Yankee players, Bellinger and Rice. Alvarez scored. Langoliers scored. And Bobby Witt Jr. scored as well. Full count now, bottom 3 to Pages. And strike 3. Andy Pages goes down swinging. 1 out. Bottom 3. Michael Walker, 6 pitches in, gets a strikeout. And we're finally at the 9th batter for the NL. It has been rough goings. We have not gotten a hit yet. Freeman walked. Drake Baldwin of the Braves takes a strike. It was a little curveball high, but it caught the top of the zone for a strike. 0-1 now. Oh, you got Baldwin hacking. That was a changeup now at the top of the zone. Wonder if he's going to see something hard down. Yep. Fastball down. What'd I say? Threw the heat down, and we got Schwarber up again for his second at bat. 32 home runs. He's the 5th player all time with 32 home runs before the break. Is that what it said? Or was it 5th Philly? Oh, Schwarber hacking, first pitch. Late on it. Fouls it off. Oh, he's lost a microphone here. Delay of game. Live game. Let's go. Are they talking to him? Is that what's going on, guys? I got the volume down. Is that what's happening? They're talking to him? Maybe that's why he struck out last fucking time. He get out of his fucking ear. 4-time All-Star, 2-time NL leader in home runs, World Series champion. Cutter. High and in. Got him swinging. 1-2 count. 2 outs. Bottom 3. I'm hoping we could get these guys in here soon because your boy is fading here with this heat. Schwarber fouls it off. 2-2 now. Walker had 14 pitches in the inning. Most homers since 2002. Judge, Schwarber, Ohtani, Alonso, Olsen, Soto. Oh, just missed that. Ooh. I don't know if it would have been a homer, but definitely been a fucking line shot somewhere in the outfield. They don't have earbuds. They don't have buds. They have to have this whole fucking wire, set up. Kind of dog and fucking pony act are we doing? Still messing with the thing. Here we go. 3-2 or 2-2 to Schwarber. Line shot right to the second baseman. Oh, it wasn't a line shot. I guess it was a bouncer. It looked like a line shot. Bobby Witt Jr. with the out. 3 outs. NL is down. Schwarber. Let's see if we get the Sox in here. Coming up in this next inning as Witt Jr. puts out Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber 0 for 2 now. Put a ball in play. Struck out his first time. Put a ball in play this time, but not enough. AL still up 3-0. NL just struggling right now with the pitching of the AL. It doesn't seem like they're catching up. They're putting throwing the ball wherever they want. It really seems like, except for maybe a couple pitches there from Cease, but even him, it seems like they're all doing very well with their control today against the NL All-Star team. We got a weird commercial here. Oh, future, because can you predict the future? Got it. All right, well, looking forward to Bear season. I feel like there's going to be some type of adjustment that need to be made mid-season. Like, I'm not talking about necessarily like, oh, we got to change our game plan. No, I'm talking about personnel-wise. I'm looking for a big trade midway or even before midway throughout the season, before the trade deadline, for a pass rusher. Now, where that pass rusher will come from, I do not know. But if this team is who we think they are, shout out to Denny Green, you're going to need that extra help on the pass rush. So I'm looking for this team be contending, have a winning record before the trade deadline gets started. And I feel like this is the time to strike on a big name guy especially if you have draft capital to go ahead and throw out there. As far as, on the roster guys or guys that will be on the roster, I don't know if any of them will get traded. Maybe a Cole Kmet, but I just don't see that happening. I don't see it. I think draft picks and maybe a player. Draft picks for sure, but maybe a player in order to go ahead and bring in a defensive end. We talked to the Giants. I know the Giants like to have that they have a rotation of guys, but if their shit doesn't go, north real quick and they're struggling again, even with excuse me, even with Harbaugh, I think they will have to at least alleviate some of the salary cap so they can go ahead in the future and pick up some guys, especially now, if they get draft capital back for some of those guys or one of those guys. But still yet to be seen. You mentioned Asher mentioned Jed. You mentioned Ryan Poles. We got Mike Trout up. He's 0 for 2. And I think that, in the position that they're in, the Chicago Bears, like I said, if the Bears are in a dominant pole position in the division, in the league, that was a 1-2-3 inning for the NL. That was the fastest inning, half inning that they've had so far. But I think if we're in the right positions, I don't think it's only Ryan Poles' decision. I think you'll be hearing it from a Dennis Allen. You'll be hearing it from a Ben Johnson. You'll be hearing it from us here at TTNL, because you already are hearing it from us, because you should have had a defensive end on this roster a long time ago. You should have had multiple. Not just saying, oh, man, maybe Booker could turn the corner. Maybe Booker's going to take off. It's like living on a fucking prayer here with the pass rush. If you're able to get a hold, some strong command in the standings, I can almost guarantee you they will be taking a shot at a top name guy at pass rusher. And if they're not, then maybe I have to go ahead and rethink this this Hoyer Poles question. But I believe that's where they're going to go. I think that they're going to wait and see where everything's at, see who's out there, who fits, and go from there. But they have to be winning. This camp, I don't believe they'll do it if this team, God forbid, struggles. I don't think they'll do it. Now, for going back to Jed, like why Jed doesn't pull the triggers, because I think Jed needs to see. I think he needs to see a dominant team, or a team that's like consistently dominant throughout the season in order for him to make a move. I think he gets scared to make a move, and then you don't get to the playoffs. So you make a big move and you trade some guys away, and then you still don't get to the playoffs. So it's like, well, we get to the playoffs, but we still lose. We're losing in the playoffs. So, like, maybe a little help changes things. Maybe a roll of the dice, and you go trade some guys that you might not want to trade, that you covet a little bit, and you hit the money. I don't know. I think Jed is in deep water right now. It's like I said before. I think Ryan Poles, he should be in deep water, but he's not, because of how things are playing out with Caleb, how things went with Ben last year. I would love to see. So we got Joe Ryan of the Twins on the mound. Excuse me while I break this down for you. Who we got at the plate? Who's at the plate? Soto again. All right. So in the bottom of the fourth, have yet to see a Sox or a Cub. Soto in for his second at bat. 0-2 now. Ryan not off to a good start. 3-0 AL over the NL. Bottom four, 2-0. Pitch is a foul ball. 2-1 now. Ryan would have been a guy is a guy I'd like the Cubs to go after if they can. I know Jose was mentioning the Sox might be going after Joe Ryan. I was like, there's a first hit for the NL on the night. Juan Soto, base hit up the middle. There will be no perfect game. There will be no no-hitter. And here's a replay of Caminero. If anybody sees it, that's just not – it does not look great, man. It doesn't look great. If anybody hears what Tom Verducci's saying about it, just type it in the text or in the chat, excuse me. Freddie Freeman up now. No outs, 1 on. Strike on a knuckle curve. Freddie walked in his first at bat. 15 homers, 49 RBI. Batting .290. And a big hack and a swing and a miss. 4-seamer outside. 0-2 now on Freeman. Ryan is set. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled. Once again, it looked like he stood up in that top right area of the box on the outside of Freeman. Here he goes. Freddie's ready. Here's Joe Ryan's pitch. Ooh, low. Splitter, 90. 1-2 count now. Freddie's fouled a few off. He also took a strike. Man on first, no outs. Bottom four. In Philadelphia. Strike 3. Got him with the knuckle curve. And Freeman is retired. 1 out now. The NL needs some type of magic. Someone get him Michael Secret stuff. Someone go get him Michael Secret stuff. Let's see if they can't turn into something. Someone go get the Monstars to help him out. Something. Abrams swinging. 0-1. Dude, I'm telling you, this pitching for the AL right now has been lights out. I mean, we only got 1 hit. Everybody else seems like they're – I don't know. It just seems like they're not comfortable maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not going to pretend to read minds here, but it just looks like they got them off balance right now. The AL pitching does. Swing and a miss again on a 98-mile-an-hour splitter at the top of the zone. 1-2. AL looking for a ground ball here to turn it. NL needs something in the grass, man. Something in the grass or something in the stands right now would be major. And you will not get that. Abrams lazy swing on the outside. Strike 3. 2 outs now, 1 on, bottom 4. And we're sticking with all the starters. We're sticking with all the starters. If this asshole sticks with the starters one more inning, I'm talking about Dave fucking Roberts, I might just go on a rant. Wilson Contreras at first. It's crazy how everybody hates Wilson. That's a strike. That's a good pitch. Max Muncy of the LA Dodgers batting fifth now. 0 for 1 for him. 0-1 on the count. And Joe Ryan gets set, and he delivers strike 2, top of the zone, 95 mile an hour, four-seam fastball. Not settled, man. These hitters don't look settled for the NL. They don't look comfortable. It's like they're all just hacking. Uh-oh, Muncy, pop up. Shallow center field. Witt Jr. is there. He makes a catch. 3 outs. The NL is done, but they do get a hit and break up the no-no. Perfect game. But they continue to swing and miss. The AL has gotten them all tied up in knots. This is going to be, if I don't see a Sox or a Cub, this will be my last inning. Because this is frustrating. Why in the world don't you rotate every 2 or every 3? It's the 5th inning now. Are you going to get everybody in? Are we just going to flip lineups or just change whole rosters right now? Is that what's going to happen? Just give me PCA with a 2-run homer or a 3-run shot to tie the game. The Sox, do something here and there, but just that's what I want. Just PCA, 3-run shot, tie the game or win the game, and the Sox contribute here and there. That's what I want. All right, well, let's get back. Looks like the players are running onto the field from this aerial shot. And I guess we get a commercial. What is this? All these kids in Philadelphia riding. Those kids are getting robbed. They got to ride really fast past Skid Row to get to the ballpark. Yeah, I'm talking shit about Philadelphia. Fuck Philadelphia. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the Phillies. The Flyers. The Sixers. Not a fan. And I'd be pissed if all these little kids were running in the middle of the fucking street if I was driving down there. This is the longest half inning ever. There you go. You finally pull up to the All-Star game, and tickets are $3,000. Go home, kids. Did we not just sing this song at the beginning of the? Yo, man, this is corny now, bro. This is corny. It's not even the 7th inning. It's the fucking top of the 5th. This is a 7th inning stretch type of. What is going on? They're creating divots in the outfield. The chubby kid's crying. I mean, I'd be crying too. That's pretty dope. But again, a whole firework. All right, guys, I'm rapping. I'm not gonna fucking do this. Like they're all just chilling there, sitting there. You got a half a game to fucking play. Oh, it's the only time I saw PCA today holding a sparkler. Fucking awesome. All right. Big ass fireworks show. Hey, there's a White Sox holding a sparkler. This is too much. This is too much. None of us get to feel what these kids are feeling. All of us want the fucking game back. Like you're not even showing the fireworks half the time. Corny. I'm sorry. Hey, hate me if you want. This shit is corny. And we're still just like having a conversation. All right, boys and girls, that's enough for me. Because if they're not going to fucking go ahead and we're still doing fireworks, I know that Ray Charles song. I know it's not this long. That fireworks are pretty cool. But again, why right now? It's the top of the fifth. If you wanted to do this in the bottom of the seventh, so be it. I don't know. Maybe they got city ordinances or something. It is, what is it over there? Nine's almost 10 o'clock over there. Maybe that's why they did it now. But again, like, all right. I guess you got me. You got me holding on so I could hopefully see somebody from fucking Chicago taking that bet. It's like the second time I've seen this commercial too. All right, well, for those of you that don't know, it's 3-0, top of the fifth, no outs. And a fireworks display has just got underway. They did a mock Sandlot type of thing here with the kids on bikes, and they're all just standing next to the players, talking to the players all awkwardly. And now we're on a Chipotle commercial. I just want to see some Chicago guys. Oh man, this one's got me frustrated. I can't wait to talk about this one on Friday. That was too much. That was too much right there and then. You took like another 20 fucking minutes out of the game. We're going to be going to bed at 11 o'clock on the East Coast. You're going to bed at like 10:30 here. All right, finally. 3-0 AL. You got Griffin pitching. Lost his bat on the swing. Yandy Diaz. I think this is Yandy's first at bat. So yeah, maybe they're starting to rotate now. Or was he at? No, this is his first at bat. Oh, 2 is the count. Top 5. Strike 3, and Diaz is down on strikes. 1 out. Foster Griffin, 10-2 record, 277 ERA, 1.02 whip, 210 opponent batting average. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Got Dingler here, batting 3 now. 262, 19 homers, 60 RBI, and 831 OPS. He leads all catchers in those last 2 categories. Oh, 2 again. Griffin working quick. 2 quick 0-2 counts on the first 2 batters. Ball low. Cutter. Okay, here's the current defense. Carroll's in, Stewart's in, Olson's in. PCA is still not in the fucking ball game. He's not in the ball game. And like I said, after this, if I do not see a White Sox right now, this is the last inning I'm watching. And that's a strikeout for Griffin. Another one, back-to-back Ks. Man, just challenged him. All right, Vargas, finally. Miguel Vargas at the plate. See if he could do some damage. We got one. Oh, Vargas. Line shot. Oh, Baez runs it down. Damn. That was hit to the gap, too, pretty well. Ah, damn it. All right, well, let's see. Maybe PCA will take an at bat, and we could wrap this thing nicely. Man, I wish Vargas would have got a hold of that one. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. Now I feel like they're gonna rotate him right away. Yep. We got, let's see, Langoliers 1 for 1 with a run and a walk. Jordan Alvarez 1 for 2 with a run. I'm just trying to see who's deserving right now of the MVP. There's nobody on the NL, I know that. Maybe Cease? Maybe Cease? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Let's see, Bellinger, 2 RBI. 2 RBI, 3-2. So, yeah, I mean, I would say right now maybe Cody Bellinger and Dylan Cease are my 2 picks for All-Star MVP. As far as the NL is concerned, you're skating uphill. It's going to be rough. Bottom 5, we got 4 innings left, but as soon as I seen PCA, I'm out of here because I'm sweating my ass off. And it's not fun. It's fun talking to you guys, don't get me wrong. The sweat part that's where I draw the line. All right, now we're back. Got Nick Martinez on the mound. 8.2 record, 2.65 ERA, 105 innings pitched, 1.12 whip. And Ozzie Albies is hitting again. This is only his second at bat because the NL just keeps going down in order. Cutter high, 1-0. I don't know about you guys, but I think the Rays are in need of an upgrade to this uniform. It's the most boring uniform in baseball, in my opinion. Just no life, no creativity. You got 2 shades of fucking blue. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. Just go back to the colorful ones. Go back to the Devil Rays. Ozzie Albies hits it over to first. Wilson Contreras makes the play and steps on the bag for the out. That England-Argentina game is going to be wild tomorrow. Going to be wild. All right, here we go. We got Marsaw again. Strike. He struck out last at bat as well. Ball high, 1-1, 1 out, bottom 5. Here's the 1-1. That's a strike. Whatever. Look like a ball, but I guess it's a strike. First Phillies outfielder to start in the All-Star game since 2009, Ibanez and Victorino. Whoa! Fucking spiked that one. Like he scored a touchdown. All right, here we go. 2-2, bottom 5, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Marsh. And it is a ball. Full count now. There's a changeup that got away. Last couple pitches have got away from Martinez. He's 8 pitches in now. All right, here's the delivery to Marsh. And he fouls that one off. 90-mile-an-hour cutter up and in. We'll do it again. Pages on deck. Oh, my God. So Pages is on deck. That means we won't be seeing PCA until next inning, I guess, maybe. I really don't fucking trust that he's going to be in this next inning. I could see this fucking asshole leaving Pages in all game. Fucking Roberts. 1-0 to Pages, 2 outs, bottom 5. Pages with a Witt Jr. Oh, what a play! What a play. Just takes it away from Baez with a backhanded stop up the middle, jump throw on the money. Oh, is that Clement? Excuse me, Clement with the play. That was nice. That was a nice fucking play by Clement. Really nice. Man, that was good. That was good. All right, guys. That's it for me. That's it for me. We only get to see Miguel Vargas. I only get to break it down to you. I guess I'll keep this on. And hopefully we see PCA and the other guy, Mooney, and everybody else at some point. But I feel like, I don't know, just the way that this is going, we're 3 innings away from the end of the game, and you're giving guys multiple at-bats. It's like, get other guys in, man. Start rotating guys. Start moving guys around. Like, we've seen a bunch of these guys play in the All-Star game. There's guys that haven't fucking played in the All-Star game as much. Let's go ahead and move these guys around. It is what it is. But I guess the joke's on me. All right, guys. That is going to do it for me here on Last Call. I'm going to go get a beer. Probably a shot. Go sit in front of the AC for a few dozen hours and cool off. But be sure you like, share, subscribe, become a patron today. www.thetapeneverlies.com. We have Keeping It 100 this week, Wednesday with the boys. Make sure you check it out. Another week down, one more week closer to Football Sundays. All right, guys, be good to each other. Love you. Peace.